Welcome to your WHS studies with TAFE Digital. I'm John Davies, one of the WHS teachers. The aim of this session is to get you comfortable with the use of the OLS. Our aim of this session is to find important information at unit level, then at assessment level, then to explore the WHS Research Centre, showing where to find this time-saving tool. Then finish with your training plan and calendar. If this is your first time on the OLS, go to Google and type in OLS login. This is what we see. Using your username and password, which can be found on the welcome email, on entry for the first time, you will also need to confirm your email address. All this and more will be explained when you take the OLS tour. Here's our welcome to the OLS My Dashboard, and here we can see right at the top is the OLS tour. We can also find my calendar, access to my course progress, bookmarks, my study support, which can be very helpful, and support options that can be explored when you have the time. Now we need to find in the black heading above the dashboard, My Course and Units. When we click on that, we find My Course Progress. Then when we click on My Course Progress, we find the units that are in our course. Here we can see 3 units that are in blue. This indicates that these units are available for you to study. The other units that are in black will be converted to blue as you work your way through your studies. By contacting your WHS teacher to open the next units, either by email or phone call. This is best done at a time when you're submitting your last assessment of the open units. This can be done through Contact a Teacher. Now let's click on the first unit. What we have is access to downloading our assessments for the unit. Once completed, we can upload that assessment to be marked. Once marked, we can review the feedback from the marking teacher. This can be found on the far right-hand side. Underneath the assessment panel, you will find on some of the units a link to YouTube. This walks you through the assessment with a voiceover of one of the WHS teachers. Now let's click on Resources. Here we can see the learning resource, our electronic textbook, and the WHS Research Centre. Both help us with our research throughout the course. Like all textbooks, you can have explained to you the theory behind each unit. Now let's click on the WHS Research. The WHS Research Centre is more in line with a live site which contains links that are vetted and are topical that will help with your WHS studies. Here we can see a screenshot of New South Wales Compliance tab. Only one click away we can find the WHS Act and regulations. On the top left-hand side we find codes of practice. Two key codes are how to manage work health and safety risk, which is important in most units, but especially 404. And the work health and safety consultation, cooperation and coordination, which is especially helps with 403. We can also access our regulator. In the case of New South Wales, Safe Work New South Wales. Now to the bottom of the screen. At the bottom of the screen we find PowerPoints that are directed to each of your assessments in both Cert 4 and Diploma. There are 8 PowerPoints for the Cert 4 that walk you through the 8 units, and 9 PowerPoints that walk you through each of the units of the Diploma. In the middle we have General Teachers Tips, where all information has been vetted by a former health and safety inspector. Now we'll move to my training plan. Once again, this can be found in the black band at the top of the screen. We clicked on early My Course and Units. On the bottom tab is our training plan. So let's click on that and see what we find. Here is an example of where a student has signed off on their training plan. Once acknowledged, we can start our first unit. It is important to note at this time that this is only a guide to help you get to the end of your studies. Most important that we are mindful of your end date. So let's now click on the calendar. So this is what we see, the month that we are in, with the dots representing when an assessment is due. Then on the right hand side we have events. It is important to follow the sequence of units and assessments, as we have tried to have them follow each other, allowing the knowledge learnt to follow on. We also are able to change the date of our submission of our assessment up to 14 days. The next screen will show us how this is done. This is what we see. You can change the assessment due date as was mentioned before, by 14 days. Now let's click in the due date box. Now to the next slide to see what happened. Here we see the calendar month. The days that are in blue enable you to change the submission date. With you doing it, it will take 24 hours to click over. But if you're in any doubt, ring and talk to a WHS teacher to update for you. Now to an important script. Where to now going forward? It's important when you are not sure to ring or email and talk to a WHS teacher. If you've got time, book a 15-minute tutorial. Now over to you. Are there any questions? With there being none, thanks for coming. See you next time.